Good morning, Miss Hyatt's class! This is the Pat Daddy speaking directly to you through this educational broadcast. Our topic today will be the subjunctive verb. However, to truly comprehend this, we must first understand that verbs have mood. Now, this does not mean that they are positive or negative or have feelings. Simply put, the mood of a verb is the manner in which the action or condition is conceived or intended. The mood we will be dealing with is the subjunctive mood. This mood indicates a hypothetical state or a state contrary to reality. An easier way to think of this is that a wish, desire, imaginary situation, or suggestion is presented. An example of this is, if I were rich, I would buy a tiger. Now this brings us back to our original topic because the subjunctive verb is simply the verb form used to express the subjunctive mood. In other words, it expresses a wish, desire, or imaginary situation, or a suggestion. Today, we rarely use the subjunctive verb. Its most common use is in the verb to be, in the form of I were. For example, if I said, I wish I were a genius, I would be conveying a wish that I imagined. In any case where I were is used to express the subjunctive mood, it is the subjunctive verb. When remembering this, it is important to note that was cannot be traded with were. You cannot use was instead of were because the use of was indicates that something is likely to happen. Were, on the other hand, indicates that it is a fantasy or desire. Let's go over some examples using were as the subjunctive verb. If I were to live by the ocean, I could go surfing every day. If I were a bird, I could fly high into the sky. If he were to travel to Florida, he would have to pay an enormous amount of money. A plane might hit you if you were to stand in the middle of the runway. Don't forget, suggestions can be in the subjunctive mood as well. This is because it is not a statement of fact. The suggestion is a hypothetical and may or may not be followed. A helpful tip with this area of the subjunctive mood is that the verb often appears in restrictive clauses and comes after phrases such as, I suggest that. Examples of this are, I suggest that Frisbee do his homework. I suggest that Alfred arrive on time every day. There are a few tricky ones. Remember, the sentence does not necessarily have to have were in it to be in the subjunctive mood. Sentences such as I wish I had arrived on time are still in the subjunctive mood because they express a desire that is contrary to reality. Idiomatic sentences such as God bless you are also in the subjunctive mood. In this case, it is subjunctive because you are hoping or desiring for God to bless the person. Okay, let's go over a few tips now. As you might have noticed, many subjunctive verbs follow the word if. Therefore, be on the lookout as the sentence may very well be in the subjunctive mood. Watch out for would and could in a sentence, as both often follow subjunctive verbs. If the word wish is used, it is common for the sentence to be in the subjunctive mood. Okay, let's practice a little bit. Try and determine which sentence is in the subjunctive mood and try and determine what the subjunctive verb is. The answer is A. If I were a giraffe, I would have a very long neck. Okay, let's try it again. The answer is B. I suggest that Miss Hyatt give me a good grade on this project. Okay, one more time. The answer is A. If I had been late, I could have gotten detention. Woo! Guess what? You just learned the subjunctive verb. You got it. Okay, now we need to go over a few accommodations. First, we need to recognize Grammar Girl's Quick and Dirty Tips for better writing. Also, we need to recognize quickanddirtytips.com, as well as web.cn.edu and K Wheeler. Finally, we need to recognize EnglishPlus.com. Thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. Have a great day.